Summary of the novel, Treasure Island. Author, Robert Louis Stevenson. Chapter 1, The Beginning at the Admiral Benbow Inn and Billy Bones' Secret. The novel Treasure Island takes place at the Admiral Benbow Inn on the English coast in the 18th century. The salty air of the sea and the sound of waves crashing against the rocks envelop the area. Tales of pirates spread far and wide. Jim Hawkins, a clever, curious boy, lives with his parents. He helps at the inn, serving travelers coming and going. The sea wind whistles through the roof, carrying a briny scent. Billy Bones, a gruff old sailor, arrives at the inn. His face is scarred, his gaze wary. Billy brings an old chest, always keeping it close. He hums a pirate song, 15 men on the dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum. Guests shiver at the sound. He drinks rum all day, recounting tales of the sea. Billy pays Jim to watch for any one-legged sailor who might appear. This task keeps Jim alert to strangers around the inn. Black Dog, a shifty-eyed man, comes looking for Billy. They argue fiercely under the dim lamplight. Black Dog flees after the quarrel. Billy collapses, drenched in sweat. Billy suffers a stroke from fear and drink. Jim tends to Billy and finds his chest holds gold coins and secret papers. A blind pirate named Pew visits the inn. He hands Billy the black spot, a death sentence and final summons from his pirate comrades. Billy dies instantly, falling onto the cold wooden floor. The chest creaks in the night. Jim and his mother open Billy's chest late at night. They find a vital packet of papers among gleaming gold coins. The packet is a treasure map from the notorious pirate Captain Flint. The map marks the treasure's location with an X on a deserted island. Pirates storm the inn to search, forcing them to escape by a hair's breadth. Jim resolves to take the map to someone trustworthy. His adventure begins here. Billy Bones' secret draws Jim into the perilous world of pirates. Gold, silver, and greed await him ahead. That night, the sea breeze blows through the inn, carrying the sound of waves like Flint's whisper. Under the moonlight, the chest's shadow looms on the wall, a portent of days to come. Chapter 2, Preparations for the Journey. Jim brings the map to Dr. Livesey, a wise, calm doctor living near the inn. He also meets Squire Trelawney, a wealthy but naive nobleman. They recognize the map leads to Captain Flint's treasure. Livesey and Trelawney decide to organize an expedition to Treasure Island. Trelawney eagerly plans at once. He envisions gold and silver filling the ship. Trelawney funds the purchase of the ship Hispaniola. He starts recruiting sailors in Bristol. He carelessly reveals the trip's purpose, finding treasure, to many people. This recklessness attracts rogues, including Flint's former mates. Trelawney entrusts sailor recruitment to John Silver, a tavern keeper claiming to be an ex-sailor. He does not check Silver's or his crew's backgrounds. Silver, nicknamed Long John for his wooden leg, seems friendly. He speaks smoothly and keeps a parrot named Captain Flint. The parrot perches on his shoulder, squawking pirate phrases. Jim is drawn to Silver but remains cautious. Silver hires a strange group of sailors, many who sailed with Flint. Several are Flint's old comrades. Among the sailors are men familiar with the treasure and the island. Silver hides his ill intentions. One night on the Hispaniola, Jim hides in an apple barrel to grab fruit. He overhears Silver talking with the crew. Silver plots betrayal, his voice lowering as he speaks of gold. Silver plans to seize the ship, kill Livesey, Trelawney, Smollett, and take the treasure. Jim informs Livesey, Trelawney, and the ship's captain. The group realizes the danger from Silver and his crew. They keep the secret and prepare to counter. Waves slap the ship's hull, lanterns sway. Silver paces the deck, his smile masking cruelty. Tension fills the air on the ship before reaching the island. Silver glances at Jim with an unreadable look, as if sensing suspicion. The parrot shrieks, "Pieces of 8, pieces of 8, in the night. The sea wind blows hard, carrying the sharp smell of tar. Silver's shadow flickers on the wooden deck under the moon. Chapter 3, Conspiracy on the Hispaniola. The Hispaniola sets sail. The mood aboard blends excitement and tension. Captain Smollett, a strict, professional man, voices concerns early. He disapproves of Trelawney revealing the trip's purpose, finding treasure, to the crew. He believes this increases the risk of mutiny. He eyes the sailors with suspicion. Smollett notices odd behavior among the sailors. He doubts their loyalty. He shares his worries with Livesey and Trelawney. The ship glides over vast seas. Long days at sea highlight differences between the crew and the leaders. Waves crash against the hull, wind whistles through the rigging. Jim recalls the conversation he overheard in the apple barrel. Silver planned to seize the Hispaniola. He aimed to kill Livesey, Trelawney, Smollett, and take the treasure. Silver acts friendly with everyone aboard. He chats and laughs, but his eyes stay sharp. His parrot squawks, repeating pirate words. Jim rushes to tell Livesey, Trelawney, and Smollett. The group plans a response. They agree to keep the plot secret and act when they reach the island. Smollett orders tighter security. He demands night watches, weapon checks, and reports of any strange behavior. Smollett strengthens the group's confidence. He stresses unity to survive the pirates. Moonlight bathes the deck in silver. Silver's shadow glides across at night. The parrot cries, "Treasure," in the distance. Danger hangs over the ship, as if a storm looms. Silver moves among the sailors, his voice smooth, hiding his plans. He pats Jim's shoulder, his half-smile showing both cruelty and faint humanity. The sea breeze carries salt and smoke. The Hispaniola sails toward Treasure Island, where gold, silver, and blood await. Chapter 4, Arrival at Treasure Island and the battle begins. The Hispaniola anchors at Treasure Island. The wild island has dense jungles, misty swamps, and mysterious hills. Flint's map points to a vast treasure. The air feels ominous. Strange bird calls echo from the deep forest. Wind blows, carrying the smell of damp earth and rotting leaves. Silver and his crew show bad intentions. Livesey, Trelawney, and Smollett act swiftly. They prepare to face the pirates. Jim, curious, sneaks onto a dinghy and slips ashore. He moves through the forest, leaves rustling underfoot, sunlight filtering through thick canopies. In the forest, Jim sees Silver kill Tom, a loyal sailor, with a sharp knife. Blood spills on the ground, Tom's eyes wide in terror. The act frightens Jim. He flees deeper into the woods and meets Ben Gunn, a former sailor under Flint. Ben lives alone, hair matted, clothes torn. Ben was left on the island 3 years ago by another captain. He urged the crew to return for the treasure but failed. Ben knows every corner of the island. He says he found Flint's treasure months ago. He hid it in his cave, covered with stones and leaves. Ben agrees to help Jim and Livesey's group. Livesey, Trelawney, and Smollett abandon the Hispaniola. They seize an old fort on the island for defense. The fort, weathered and moss-covered, sits on a hill overlooking the sea. They stock ammunition, ready muskets, and keep watch. Silver leads the pirates to attack the fort. The battle rages fiercely. Muskets roar, smoke clouds the air, blood stains the sand. Both sides suffer heavy losses. Jim returns to the fort and recounts meeting Ben Gunn. Wind howls through the stone gaps, carrying the scent of gunpowder. Chapter 5, Clash of Wits and the Stolen Treasure. At the fort, Livesey's group guards the map and their lives. Silver raises a white flag of truce. He comes to negotiate, acting friendly. He demands the map to find the treasure. Livesey refuses Silver's request. Silver storms back to his pirates, his steps heavy on the sand. Jim slips away from the fort to disrupt the pirates' plans. He finds the Hispaniola under pirate control. Jim cuts the anchor rope, letting the ship drift at sea. Waves push it from shore, ropes snapping loudly. This ruins the pirates' escape plan. Jim watches the ship float, heart pounding. He climbs aboard and faces two drunken pirates, Israel Hands and another. Hands attacks Jim with a knife, its blade flashing in the sun. Jim scales the mast, shoots Hands with a pistol. He retakes the Hispaniola after a tense fight. The ship sways on the waves, Hands' blood pools on the deck. Back on shore, Jim falls into Silver's pirate gang. The pirates want to kill him instantly. Silver argues with them, his voice low but sharp, sparing Jim's life. He protects Jim, perhaps to bargain with Livesey or from a strange flicker of sympathy. The pirates glare at Silver, knives gripped tight. Silver keeps Jim close. He leads the pirates to seek the treasure per the map. On the island, wind rustles through the forest, odd bird calls ring out. Tree shadows sway in the sun, hiding danger. Silver walks on, his wooden leg tapping the ground, his smile half cruel, half human. The pirates slog through marshes, boots sinking deep in mud. Distant waves murmur from the shore. Silver clutches the map, eyes gleaming with greed. Jim follows, heart heavy with worry, but he stays silent, waiting for a chance to break free. Chapter 6, The Treasure and the Journey's End. Silver holds Jim as a hostage. He forces the boy to guide the pirates to the treasure spot on the map. Silver shows goodwill to Livesey's group, but plans to use Jim as leverage if the scheme fails. The pirates trek through the forest, dry leaves crunching underfoot. The parrot squawks, pieces of 8, amid the silence. They reach the marked spot on the map. An empty pit shocks the pirates. Ben Gunn took the treasure months earlier. He hid it in his cave, piled behind stones. The pirates rage, drawing knives, nearly killing Silver and Jim. Shouts echo through the forest. Livesey, Smollett, and Ben Gunn ambush at the right moment. Ben Gunn leads Livesey's group to the ambush spot, using his island knowledge. He shows them secret paths, thick bushes concealing them. Muskets fire, smoke billows. Most pirates are killed or flee. Livesey gave Silver a fake map earlier. He knew the treasure was gone from its old spot. The misdirection lured the pirates into a trap. The treasure is found in Ben Gunn's cave. Gold, silver, and gems gleam under torchlight, filling weathered wooden chests. Livesey's group loads the treasure onto the Hispaniola. They leave the desolate island, the ship cutting through waves. Silver switches sides when the odds turn against him. He aids Livesey's group to gain temporary mercy. At a port, Silver steals a sack of gold and slips away under moonlight, his shadow fading at the docks. Jim, Livesey, Trelawney, and Smollett return to England with the treasure. Memories of the island haunt them, the parrot's cry lingers, shadows of men dead on the sand. Jim learns lessons of greed and loyalty. He has become a different person, no longer the curious boy he once was.